Hey, so we are with Lisa Hilton, and she is one of the lovely Caymanians we have that are living abroad. So, but before we get started, Lisa, tell me something. Who you for?
So I am for Richard and Anna Hilton, out of Spots Newlands, which is in the same area that you grew up in as well, Kevin. So we went to Savannah Primary together, and I then eventually went to Triple C. Actually, I think we did Triple C together. That's what it
We'll
was.
see. Yeah.
Triple C, and then St. Ignatius Catholic School, and then community college, and then eventually leaving Cayman. So yes.
Okay. Well, you are where exactly?
So I live in Los Angeles, California.
Okay. So, what's the COVID situation like over by you?
Yeah, so these days as we were preparing to chat, I just looked online and saw that, in terms of new cases, there seems to be not many, there are like zero cases that they reported yesterday, which was September 17th. And that's just Googling COVID cases in Los Angeles for today. But for us, I would say that primarily right now, like whenever you go to like the supermarkets or to restaurants, like people still wear masks. The mask mandate is still on for everyone to wear masks when they're going indoors. However, every state sort of handles things differently because I was recently in Texas, and the mask mandates have a different approach there. But here in California, it's a very strict. So if you're indoors in restaurants or different item like different things like that, then there is definitely a mask mandate.
Yeah, and California's been one of those places that's had it really strict, more or less throughout the entire
Mhm.
pandemic. Not all states have had it that strict, and California never was in a position where it just had no cases reported in a day. There was a time where there were many, many cases. In fact, one of the variants came out of California, the California variant. But there were a lot of people that did have COVID. They were out and about. So, how
Yes.
did you live with that?
Yeah, it's still like I know that I'm not immune to COVID. I know that. So I did a couple things when the vaccine was available. I decided to take the vaccine, so I chose to do Pfizer. And I took shot number one in like April, and then shot number two sometime in May. So for me, like that helps me to at least boost my own immune system, knowing that it doesn't prevent me from getting the virus, but it at least helps my body to fight it if I was to catch it. And then when I'm going about doing my natural errands in the here in LA, like I just use same precautions in terms of following the mask mandates, and just using common sense, but not allowing the fact that COVID is out there to stop me from continuing to do the things I want to do in my life.
So you're not really afraid. You're able to go to your restaurants, you go shopping.
Mhm.
You're able to live your life entirely without having to be in complete fear.
That's right. Yeah. I was just in, as I said before, I was just in Austin last week. And I will be going back to Austin this upcoming week, and I'll be in Dallas like a week or two later from now. So, yes, going on flights, like, yeah, I do feel a sense of, like deep down, I feel the fear, but like I know that I have to keep going. I need to keep creating and building my life. Like, I just can't stay closed forever. So, yeah.
Tell me a little bit what you do for a living. I know you're kind of somewhat
Sure.
some type of real estate. Explain that, and of course, that means you're around people.
Yeah, so I am the founder and CEO of LisaHilton.com. It's a boutique real estate investment firm that provides opportunities for business owners and entrepreneurs to invest in cash flowing real estate, to build wealth, and also to achieve tax benefits. Tax is a big thing here in the United
Yeah, it
States.
is.
So being able to invest in real estate in a way that is very tax efficient.
Perfect. And so again, that does bring you around people, but
Yes.
you could still carry out your function in what you're doing in a safe manner
Right.
and not living in that sense of fear.
Yeah, I think one of the key things that I would also share with people is like take care of yourself, like sleep, get enough sleep, work out, like have a routine. Maybe you're not someone that is like super workout person, like running several miles, but like, go for walks. Like those are things that are not going to give you exposure to COVID. If you're going for a walk, in, not necessarily around other people, but like being able to have that time to get out there, and then eating well. So lots of fruits and vegetables, and just really taking care of yourself, and, conditioning your mind for positivity, because that's going to also help you to continue to show up for your life and what it is that you're trying to create.
Yeah. And about just over 70%, I believe, of people in Cayman are fully vaccinated back home. And so what are your tips to them, to those really that are not yet vaccinated? And what's kind of your message to them?
Well, what I would say is, for the people who are not vaccinated, I think number one, it's your choice. It always is your choice. And I think that if you feel that that's what you want to do, by all means, go for it and keep going down the path. I do encourage people that are around me to get vaccinated. I think it at least helps your body. It's not preventing you from, contracting COVID by any means. But I would say that a lot of the people around me who have decided to take the vaccine has enabled them to, be able to have a shorter time with the virus, and, potentially even a milder form than, if they felt like as though they didn't do it, didn't take the vaccine. So luckily, knock on wood, I have not had that issue so far. So, I'm just really grateful.
And just, I got one last question. When you got the vaccine, did you go an extra arm or have any serious effects on that?
And the answer to that is no. So like the first dose, I didn't even feel anything differently. The second dose, I definitely felt it for that day. And it sort of slowed me down. But then once I got into the second and third day, like I was just back to normal. And now we're in September, and I took the second one in May, no problems. Like I'm out here living my life and continuing to do the things that I want to do. So yeah.
Lisa, it was awesome catching up with you. Really appreciate you talking to me, okay?
Yes. Thank you, Kevin, for having me.